Check. Check 1, 2. Good.
And now, the starting lineup for Royal Crown. Number 11, Johari Williamson. Number 22, Hunter Harley. Number 23, Colette Thomas. Number 15, Michael F. Rivard. And number 1, David Simon. Head coach Michael Richardson.
Well, welcome to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. OSBA regular season action, and we got a good one. This is as good as it comes when it comes to high school ball here in Canada. Two of the best teams in the country. Royal Crown, new money almost. And Orangeville, the established money. Royal Crown over the past 2-3 years has developed into one of the best teams in North America. Orangeville has been that for several years, and so who takes the mantle? So starting out there right now for Royal Crown, it's 22 Hunter Harding, 23 Coat Thomas, 11 is Johari Williamson, 15 Michael F. Bagaro, and number 1 David Simon. For Orangeville, the Dunkley Distant twins, Janai and Jalik, are out there. Dawson Matzel, Kevin Dekovicic, and Matai Baptiste. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. Good crowd in the building, great energy. We just had an amazing matchup. For those that didn't see, the last one came right down to the buzzer with the Orangeville provincial squad getting the win. Needed that big time. And so here we go. Game 2. David Simon up against Jalik. Went out of bounds. And it's going to be white ball. Matzel will inbound. So normally at the start of the game, I'd highlight maybe 1 or 2 players on each team. Every single dude on the floor right now is probably going to get a chance to play NCAA basketball. And so they're all good. The Kovacic, that's going to be a travel. No, he's stepped out of bounds, is it? Oh, they're calling that on Thomas. Blocking foul already, so hey, that's big. Coat picking up an early foul. So last season, Orangeville lost to Royal Crown in this gym. We hadn't lost in about 5 years in an OSBA game. And so they broke that string. And then I went to go watch these two teams play about 3 weeks ago in Scarborough and Royal Crown's gym. Royal Crown just squeaked by Orangeville. Talked about this in a couple other broadcasts. Worst third quarter I've seen Orangeville play in 5 years, and the best fourth quarter I've seen them play in some time, a couple of years. Now, if they could match that intensity in the fourth quarter, they were pressing, they were causing fits. And so I'd like to see Orangeville be a little bit more aggressive, not just sit back in zones. Go out and push these boys on Royal Crown. Matzel inbounds. Jalik comes for it. And over top, and Jalik right off the bat. Good start for Jalik Dunkley distant. So if you want to know to tell the Twins apart, Janai has an undershirt. He's got a white undershirt. Jalik doesn't. He's going sleeveless. Floater inside. Simon rolls around every bit of the ring but doesn't drop. Dukovashish. Jalik corner three. Oh, in and out. Bouncing around. Michael Evbagaro comes away with it. Here comes Coat Thomas. And it's stolen by Janai, but he just stepped out. Stepped on that line. Good defense by Janai. I love seeing Janai getting these kind of minutes. He's earned it. Worked his butt off. Egbagaro for three. Too much. Hunter Harding. And the big man with the follow, Hunter Harding. So Hunter took a visit. Was it to Cal Fullerton, I believe, a couple weeks ago? Baptiste wide open three. Too much. And Janai fighting has it ripped away by Simon to Williamson. Coat tucks it. And then over top of Matzel, Coat Thomas. A lot of guys out on the baseline for this game, the Instagram photographers. You'll see these highlights all over social. And Williamson just ripped that out of Baptiste's hand. Here comes Royal Crown. And David Simon, little kiss off the glass for the big man. Royal Crown out 6-2. Dukovashish, nice first step, blows by everyone. Kevin Dukovashish, that's what he does. He's just got a lightning quick first step. Matzel muscles that away, ref letting him play, love it. Here comes Jalik. And rips that away. Jalik will not be denied. He will, but Janai won't. Janai with the follow, helps out his brother. Jalik had 3 cracks at it, and then Nye cleans up his mess. Bro, I got you, he says. Tied at 6. So that foul went against Coat. So Coat should be at the bench. He's got 2 quick fouls. Next whistle, I would imagine Mike DiGiorgio will get him over on the bench. No one there. Oh, almost ran out of time. Simon just gets it over. And then Matzel is going to get called with a foul. Dawson not too happy. He thought he got the ball. They gave that to Matai. It was Matzel who was not too happy. He thought it was against him. Thomas inbounds to Simon. Oh, it was an elbow in the face. Not called. Jahari. So Williamson with the ball is already committed to Valparaiso a few weeks ago. Go down and join former Orangeville guy Darius Diavero. Jahari for 3, too much. As well as Ben Cricky from out in Edmonton, who been off to an outstanding start this season in the Missouri Valley. Matzel. Oh, let him know, Dawson. Quick trigger. Dawson Matzel. I'm loving the temperature of this game already. Evbagaru, Michael, floater doesn't go. Hunter Harding. Simon, that's got to be a charge. It is, yeah. A charge on David Simon. Baptiste was just stood there with his hands on his hips. So great start to the game. You know, this is one that a lot of people are going to go watch all throughout the week as well. Talked about this during the first broadcast. Watch Canada men's soccer team fortunately lose this afternoon. Alphonso Davies missed that penalty, but what it proved is they can play with the best in the world. You know, Belgium ranked number 2 in the world. So I think Canada, we're going to get a win. Dukovic to Janai, and then he's blocked by Simon. The height, the length and size, and put it up, Dawson. It hit rim, so it'll stay alive. What's the call? Looks like Janai might get called with one, is it? No, they're looking for Jalik's number. Well, that's going to be on Jalik. You can just see the intensity of this game. This is already a playoff game. This is a tournament game. You see the energy on both teams. They know you can't have a possession off in a game of this caliber. This is as high level as you'll get in this country, this age group anyways. Ev Bagaru, you know, Ev Bagaru is one of those guys, one of my favorite players in this country. He's not particularly flashy, doesn't show a lot of emotion. Stepped out of bounds. Simon, it's going to be a turnover. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm choking. Yeah, Ev Bagaru is one of those guys that, you know, he might not look like he's doing much, but at the end of the night, he's got 19 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds. He's just so sneaky good. Matzel, quick trigger. Not there, and then Baptiste had a handle on it. Simon rips it up. And that can't be a foul on Janai. Simon just tripped over him. I need a quick drink. How that's a foul on Janai? He's lying on the floor, and Simon fell over top of him. All right, I've had my sip of BioSteel. I'm, excuse me, back to it. Jahari Williamson, ball in his hands. Ev Bagaru had a wide open look, didn't want it. It's got to be a travel. How many steps does he get? Everyone in the gym, Tony McIntyre yelling travel. I'm yelling travel. How many steps does he get? So we'll see a substitution. Jalik will, no, it's not Jalik. Dukovic will go to the bench. Oliver Engen checks in for the first time. Simon, that's a travel. And then there's the travel. So immediately, the make-of call right after it. Shout out to Drew from On Point in the building. Of course, don't forget to check out Drew on Instagram. Those guys in the gym 6 nights a week. And I thought Royal Crown was going to press, they're not. We've also got Devontae Hackett, number 3, seeing his first action for Royal Crown. Baptiste, and that's a charge. No, gets away with it. Engen, take it. Ollie with a floater, and the follow, 2 cracks at it, no good. Ev Bagaru comes away with it. Hackett with a Euro. Nice little teardrop. That's Devontae Hackett. Devontae previously with Bill Carruthers. Janai to Baptiste, and Matai's mugged. That's Austin Good. Call with the foul. So I'm looking for Justice Hazley, who I saw warming up. One of my favorite players. He was the co-MVP. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, I was looking at the bench. He's not there. He was at the scorer's table. So Justice Hazley comes in. Hazley was the co-MVP of the BioSteel Futures game. This guy's a youngster. He's a 2025, and he's one of the best players in the OSBA as a 2025. This kid is outstanding. He's got a bright future. Watch out for 24. Matai Baptiste hitting free throws. Matai at 2023. Matai was lights out in the grind session games over the weekend, especially against Minnesota Prep in the win. I think he was the player of the game. Tipped out of bounds. It'll still be Royal Crown ball. So Royal Crown School up in the Brimley and Finch area of Scarborough. It's the old police academy from the 80s and 90s. I guess they probably upgraded to a better facility, and now they've got it for this school. It's a great basketball program, but somebody needs to repave that parking lot. the potholes, Justice Hazley, short. And Matzel was tugged on. Kovacic has got Engen for a wide open look. Ollie spot up three, no good. Rebound, Austin Good. Austin, another one of those guys in the BioSteel Futures game. He's in the corner, ball in his hand. Simon, no good. Anyone? And Janai comes away with it. Everyone getting a touch for Orangeville. Kovacic. And Kovacic, you can see his head snap back like someone hit him in the head. And not there. Hackett, spin move. Good. Attacks, little kiss off the glass. Austin Good. 12-10. Tempo of this game, insane. You just see the difference between the Pool B game earlier and this one, night and day. Well, that's a trip. Yeah, Bergaro. 2 minutes for tripping on that. Let's go in the penalty box. Substitutions, Hunter Harding and Jahari Williamson will come back in. When I went to go watch Royal Crown against Dream City Christian, Harding was out, was told he was injured. Looks to be good, so who knows, maybe dealing with a little knock. Mike DiGiorgio saving him for league action instead of exhibition games. Matai Baptiste. Matai goes 6'8". Starting to heat up on the season. Attention definitely picking up on Matai, and we're about to see Justin Chase for the first time. One of two for Baptiste. So Janai will go to the bench. Justin Chase in. Hazley weaving through. Clever little left-handed pass. Extra. Austin Good. No good. Great outlet. Kovacic waits for it. And it's going to be a foul against Good. Kevin did a great job of using his body because he was a little out of control. So speaking of Kevin, I'm heading up to Montreal this weekend. There's an NCAA basketball tournament going on, 6 teams. And so Raymond, Kevin's dad, if you're out there, are we linking up or what? I'm out in Laval, booked my hotel. Just because I don't want to be too far from the games, but I got to venture into downtown Montreal on the Saturday night after. So I'm going out to watch, it's Stephen F. Austin University, Montana State, Hofstra, Middle Tennessee, Quinnipiac, And I'm missing someone. I forget. Either way, going to go watch some college basketball, interview some players and coaches. Should be fun. Williamson. Jahari misses. Jahari cold to start. Engen wide open for Chase. Justin airball. And here comes Hazley down the other end. No good. And that was Hackett. Engen wisely holds up, waits for reinforcements. Wide open to Kovacic, and he stepped out of bounds. So I'm used to seeing the opposing team players do that. I'm not used to seeing the hometown guys do it. And Good used his body nicely. Nice finish, Austin Good. Matzel trying to back down. Hazley spins around. And Justice Hazley a little too aggressive on D. I think Dawson did a good job of kind of using his body on that.
Number 24, Justice Hazley. Number 4, Dawson Matzel, shooting 2.
Matzel. So yeah, that's what I was about to mention. So the new grind session rankings came out. Orangeville Prep has cracked the top 9. Orangeville slid in after that big performance here at the Maple Hoops, where they went toe-to-toe with Prolific Prep and then beat a really good Minnesota Prep team who had been ranked in the top 10. And so Orangeville creeping up the rankings in the grind session. Williamson guarded by Engen. Jahari. And stolen. And now Jahari, he gives the ball away and then it's too aggressive on defense. That always happens, right? You want to make up for that mistake immediately, and you make 2 instead. We talked about at the top, Jahari will go join 2 other Canadians down at Valpo next year. I've spoken to their coach, was it Matt Lodich, a couple times. I get to be they're in the Missouri Valley Conference, and every Monday, not till the start of the new year because it's during conference season, every Monday there's a coach's call with all the coaches come on, and we, the media, get to grill them. But it's only about sometimes, maybe 6 to 10 of us, so you get really good access to the coaches asking questions and stuff. Chase from Scarborough, hitting free throws. Good to see. Justin of 2023. Hackett, pull up. That's pretty sweet. Devontae Hackett just undressed the 2 Orangeville defenders. Ties the game. Chase goes up and underneath. Can't go. And is that Williamson again? No, that's going to be on Matzel. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he tugged at Jahari. And so it is. Yeah, no, Tony's asking what's it about. He did underneath. Matzel kind of yanked at Jahari. And so I'm in agreement of that call. The ref going over to explain. I'm usually on Tony's side 19 out of 20 times, but this one I'll go with the refs. I was surprised when I first thought I was on Jahari because I saw Matzel foul, but here we go. Refs got it right. No, Jahari. Yeah, I don't know how this is a shooting foul. That's one thing I am with Tony on. How was it shooting? Either way, Williamson shooting 2. Royal Crown back in the lead. Bodies still filing in to the Athlete Institute. Weather's night. Traffic was great today. Jahari hits both. A lot lighter than most days. The day I take off being a traffic reporter is the day there's no traffic. Baptiste. Matai, long shot, hits it. Matai Baptiste. I wasn't a fan of the shot selection, but it worked out just fine. Hackett, this guy's fast. Good. Out to Hazley, wide open three, too much. Baptiste scoops it up. Matai with a feed inside, just too cute on that. Swallowed up by Hazley. From half, and he threw it over as time expired. So at the end of one, we're tied at 16, quite fitting. These teams really evenly matched. I'm Chris McKee, thanks for joining me. Of course, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Hit me up on Instagram, undrafted_FA, undrafted free agent. Check out the website, of course, undraftedfreeagent.com. I got my basketball podcast. My last couple interviews, I interviewed the head coach of Appalachian State, Dustin Kearns. Took them to the tournament 2 years ago. We're down in the Sun Belt. It's a tough conference. Spoke to Dwayne Stevens, the head coach at Western Michigan. Week before, he was previously an assistant at Michigan State for 19 years. And then a couple days before that, talked to Joe Golding, the head coach at UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. And then my guy, Jabril Price Noel, down at Wagner. I've been messaging with Darius Diavero, who's down at Valpo, former Orangeville guy. We're trying to connect, so I'm going to have Darius on probably next week. Their travel schedule didn't work for us this week. And so look out for my conversation with Darius Diavero. I'm looking forward to that. We'll talk some World Cup with Darius. I know he's a big soccer guy as well. Not just he was a soccer player before he played basketball as well. Portuguese guy. You got to play soccer, right? And of course, when I'm up in Montreal, talk to some coaches up there, try to get some one-on-ones. So my buddy Kyle Keller, he's the head coach at Stephen F. Austin. He's got a great story. He told it on my podcast 2 years ago. So he was previously an assistant at Oklahoma State, and he was supposed to be on that plane that crashed that killed about a dozen members of Oklahoma State. He was on the plane, and then minutes before it took off, the head coach said, I need you off that plane because you got to get back on the other plane. We need you back earlier to cut tape. I think they were in the tournament, and he switched seats literally minutes before takeoff, and the plane he was supposed to be on crashed, and everyone on board dead. And so now he has this renewed passion of life, and he's a guy in Texas, talks, God's given him a purpose, and really, really fascinating story. And so I'm looking to, Kyle and I have spoken a dozen times on the phone for a bunch of articles, looking forward to connecting in person with him. So for the first time, Oliver Lucas, number 13. I believe Oliver was at Scarborough Prep last year. Remember seeing him, pretty certain. Against a game at Orangeville, I went to go watch the boys at the Pan Am. Hunter Harding, no good. So the big boys on Royal Crown yet to get going. Matzel wide open. Air ball, and then a clever play by Baptiste to just throw it off Hunter Harding. Baptiste spots up for three. In and out, unlucky. We've also got Xavier He, number 0, seeing his first action. Now he puts it up. Misses on his first attempt. Matai lets it roll out. Xavier's got some crazy length. Stood next to him on the floor in pregame. The size on Royal Crown is tough to get around. There's not a lot of space to activate. Matzel started off hot, And now he's cooled off, but Dukovacic comes in and cleans up the mess. Kevin Dukovacic puts Orangeville back in front by 2. Coat Thomas picked up a couple quick fouls early. That's why he was buried on the bench. Coat back out there with the ball in his hand. Alley-oop. And Oliver Lucas. It won't make any highlight reel, but it still counts. Oliver Lucas. He's got a man's body. This dude is jacked. Not a guy you want to run into in a dark alley. Matai Baptiste by everyone. Harding. Lucas. Little fadeaway jump shot. Oliver Lucas. So he's come off the bench and has been a real injection into the game. That's what you want, right? And it's hard. He didn't play a lick in the first quarter, but he's already matching the intensity of everyone on the floor. Engen. And Harding will be called with a foul. You know, Hunter, he's almost 7 feet tall. I don't know if he needed to jump there. He's got to stay on the ground. Just put his hand up in the air because he probably's got, I don't know, 5-6 inches on Ollie. Yeah, they got Ollie at 6'3". Hunter goes 6'10", 6'11". So he's got about 7 or 8 inches on him. No need to jump. Oliver from Kingston. Puts Orangeville back up by 2. Coat inside. And Coat off to a tough start. So last year, Royal Crown loses Tierno Silla and Mambaru Mara. Where'd Silla go? Central Florida, South Florida, Central Florida, one of the two. And then Mara committed to Tarleton State. There was an academic issue, so I believe he's playing JUCO. Matzel, extra pass, Chase for 3. And no good from Chase. Alley-oop. Lucas got lost and just turned it over. Dukovacic to Chase. And they wanted the alley-oop highlight, but Justin thankfully caught it and put it away. And then Lucas gets the roll. Lucas, talk about an impact off the bench. A couple quick baskets. Dukovacic, Matai wide open, too much. And Chase bumped into Matzel. Turns around, and the follow, no good. Bodies flying everywhere in this game. And Lucas has his pocket picked. Baptiste wide open. It wasn't the highlight reel dunk. He kind of just rolled it over the rim. But still, Orangeville will take it. 26-22. We got a good one, folks. Hope you're enjoying this out there on YouTube Streamland. Don't forget to click subscribe. Stay up to date on all things Orangeville Prep. Be notified when the next games come on up. Of course, follow Orangeville Prep on Instagram, Twitter. I think they have a TikTok. I don't do TikTok. It's a pox on society. People have said that about me, but shout out to my guy Huss. Does a lot of the crazy video editing you see for the Orangeville. I think he's over in Thailand because I follow him on his Instagram, and I see him like riding around on ATVs, driving past elephants and stuff, like literally. So I think he's over in Thailand on a vacation. So Huss, if you're out there, the other side of the world, hope you're keeping well. Stay safe. Safe travels. The Weekend bumping in the background, of course, Royal Crown from Scarborough. The Weekend from Mornell Court, which is like Morningside, Nelsmere. That's basically across the street from the Pan Am Center at Morningside, just south of the 401. That's where the Weekend's from. Went to Birch Mountain High School. My brother went to Birchmount High School. I live not far from there. Simon has his pocket pipped. You don't want the big guys dribbling, and he got away with it. Good ball movement, and David Simon, everything but the finish. And here comes Orangeville. Kovacic, extra pass, Chase. Bingo! Justin Chase for 3. Orangeville lead by 7. That's the largest of the game. Ev Bagaro yet to get going. Michael can create baskets on his own. He turns it over. And here comes Orangeville. Off the glass, Kevin. Oh, denied! Coat Thomas. I was hoping for that little kiss off the glass, and Ev Bagaro just having a tough first half. You know, I've given him the announcer's jinx, talked about how he's one of my favorite players in the country, and he's having a tough one to start. So Ev Bagaro and his family went viral last season when they were given a hefty chunk of cash by Drake and LeBron. Wrote an article on it, undrafted free agent. Just type in Michael Ev Bagaro, and it should be the second or third thing that pops up. Explain what went on. Kovacic too much. It's stolen. So who is that? That's Lucas Jendrosiakova. He doesn't play much. He's just, this is only the second time I've seen him. Is that who that is? I can't see that. If it's 3, that's who it is. It is 3, yeah. So it's Lucas out there. Ev Bagaro. And Ev Bagaro having a nightmare. Just threw that one away. Well, that bodes well for Orangeville if Ev Bagaro's having an off night. Because when all these guys are on, watch out. Step back jumper, Matai. Doesn't drop for him. Jahari with the ball. Williamson, you see his handle. And Jahari, trying to create his own basket, is fouled and gets himself to the line. That's what you want to say. What you got to do to get to the next level. That's a guy. Jahari's one of those guys. He doesn't need, the other 4 players on the floor. He can create his own points just by attacking, getting himself to the line. Plays with a lot of confidence, swag. Chatted with him a couple times. I interviewed him just about a day or 2 after he committed to Valpo. You can go check that out on my undrafted_FA Instagram. Yeah, Lucas comes away with it. No, it's not. So that's Elijah Djordjevic, 11, excuse me. I just got a better look at the number. So Elijah from White Rock, BC, played at Ridley last year. It's a 2023. I'll say when we did the grind session, he didn't play a lick. Last week when I was up here, didn't play. This is only the second time I've seen him either. Jahari just undresses Engen and then is fouled by Janai. That's the beauty of the OSBA. They're always sneaking different guys in that are sometimes on the roster, not there. Also, keep in mind, when I showed up, I had no numbers provided to me from anyone from Royal Crown, so I'm doing this a little bit more on the fly than what you would see on TSN and I have called games for TSN Radio and CBC TV. We have producers in our ear. I got screens. I got a spotter behind me, handing me notes for stats and information on players. I ride solo here, and half the time I don't have the right names and numbers until about 30 seconds before tip-off. Williamson, you see his handle, crazy. Hackett, Simon, and he's fouled by Elijah. You know, one thing I don't like, Elijah, if he's come out, he's going to get minutes. Tony's put him there, okay, you're going to get fouls, that's okay. Make sure those guys feel it when you foul them. So, and so Justice Hazley back in for Royal Crown. Simon. Oh! Crown him! David Simon over two Orangeville guys. Just destroys the rim, and then he's back on defense with a huge block. But Dukovic gets it back. Oh, and the ball gets stuck on the side. So David Simon, you know, it was so funny. I was just about to say, like, I don't like a big guy dribbling that much. And he just blew by everyone and hammered it. So I don't understand how that's still Orangeville ball if the ball got stuck on the rim. Alas, it is. Orangeville with a 3-point lead. And denied by Simon again. Huge block. Here comes Ev Bagaru. Still can't buy a basket tonight. Hackett can't. Wide open Engen. And denied. That's 3 blocks in a row by Simon. He's just swallowing these guys up. Do not attack the basket on one. David Simon. 3 blocks in the course of a minute. Here comes Hazley. And he's fouled by Matzel. I love that from Dawson. He thought about helping Hazley up and then looked at him and stepped over and went, nope. Not in this game, man. I'm all for sportsmanship. Not in these games. You got to play mind games with your opponent. So here's Hazley at 20-25. Can't say enough about how good this young man is. Lead to 1. Matai Baptiste will come back in for Chase. Big 3 from Justin. Brought some energy off the bench. Oh no, it's not Justin, it's Elijah that's going to the bench. Justin was walking over there. And he's still out there. Good, he's playing well. There's Chase again. Lovely little jump shot, Justin Chase. So he's feeling it. Just a gorgeous mid-range jump shot. I mean, poster-esque. Ev Bagaru, he checked his feet to make sure he wasn't out of bounds. And Dukovic, the two of them are in a wrestling match. And Ev Bagaru just elbowed Dukovic in the face. How is this not a foul? He didn't like that Kevin didn't get up immediately. But Kevin was kind of like rolling awkwardly. He couldn't, I don't think he was being malicious in laying on top of him. But Michael didn't like it, elbowed him in the face. And how is this not? And now a T against Tony. I'm with him. His guy just got blatantly elbowed in the chops. And Kevin gets called with the foul after that. It's insane.
Orangeville technical foul. Number 15, Michael Pagaro.
Either way, Ev Bagaru, Michael's been a part of the national team program. He's a 2023. It's a guy you'll definitely be seeing on television somewhere south of the border next year. I love Michael. He's really able to keep his emotions in check for the most part until that elbow. You know, when I've gone to watch Royal Crown a couple times this year, and he doesn't get too high or too low, but you can see, you know, he started off having a tough night, and that was part of that frustration there, that elbow to Kevin, and then Kevin gets called with the foul. That game last year up here, Ev Bagaru just absolutely torched Orangeville. They had no answer for him. And it's a couple free throws. 1 point ball game. Ev Bagaru to the bench. Justice Hazley back in. Hackett pressing Engen. Get over, Ollie. He does. Chase, he's feeling it. Goes up and under. And Austin Good comes away with it. Williamson looks good, in and out. Simon didn't need a dribble. Alas, it'll count for two. David Simon. He's having some second half so far. Chase take it. He had it. And instead pulls in. I don't like that. You had a wide open three and you step in and take a two. And we're going to see Remy Tislington for the first time. Chase will have a breather. Remy, three-point shooter. He had a nice night last week against New Horizon when I was up here. Had a couple big shots. Oh, Baptiste has that stolen. And Tislington comes away with it. And Orangeville's got a 3-on-1. Baptiste around the defender. Matai Baptiste. And we got a timeout on the floor by Royal Crown. Well, talked about this in the first game. You could tell at this point in the game it was going to go down to the wire, and we're already there now. I can see this one. Don't go anywhere, folks. Throw some popcorn in that microwave. And order me a pizza up here to the Athlete Institute if you can. No meat on it. Starving. I think I'll have to hit that Tim Hortons on the way home. So checking in with some of the former Orangeville alum. I see my guy Tyrese Samuel down at Seton Hall, off to a good start. I think he was averaging about 10, 11 points a game for the first 4 games. So good to see Tyrese getting some love under new head coach Shaheen Holloway. Seton Hall switched coaches. You never know, hey, how does the new coach integrate the former players? Well, Tyrese looks to be playing pretty well. Talked about Darius Diavero down at Valpo. I think he had about 10, 11 assists one of the opening games I saw online. Shamar Rattan-Mays, I watched a couple of Youngstown State games. Shamar, now in his, junior year, is playing some great basketball. Down in the Horizon League, Justice Hazley. And there's Orangeville trying to press a little. Wide open, great pass. Hackett, it's gone all day. In and out. And Hazley comes and steals that. And then Matzel gets it right back. Here comes Orangeville. Oh, Dukovic is behind the back. Oh, that would have been something. Doesn't drop for him, though. Harding to Hackett, and Hackett is hacked by Tissington. Not a bad foul, because he was just about to blow by Remy. That was easy for me to say. 33-32. Hackett, this dude's lightning quick. He's not a guy I'm too familiar with. I believe it's his first year with them. Previously with Bill Carruthers. Played with Northern Kings. I used to call other OSBA games in previous years, but I haven't for the past 2 years. Only the Orangeville games. I used to like doing some of the women's OSBA games, but alas, what happened with all the COVID restrictions and that, everything got a little strange. And so I haven't even bothered to kind of reach out. I had to beg and plead to get a media pass to attend the OSBA playoffs last year because they're out in Durham College, which is not far from me, my alma mater. And first they refused me a media pass, and I was like, you're kidding me. And so eventually had to kick and scream for them to allow me in. Tissington, Remy Tissington off the bench for 3. And Engen, I don't know about that. I mean, look, this is the temperature in this game is pretty tense. The refs got to understand what's going on, and you can't call every little ticky-tacky touch in a game like this. These are some of the best players in the country, 2 of the best teams in the country. A lot at stake as far as these boys' futures. Don't get in the way, ref. Williamson cuts the lead to 1. Orangeville sure would be happy getting a half with a 1-point lead, but looking to take this last shot. Baptiste puts it up. Matai Baptiste from way downtown. And Royal Crown doesn't recognize and puts it up. So instead of a 1-point lead at half, Orangeville will take a 4-point lead. 39-35, courtesy of a big 3 from Remy Tissington, and then Matai Baptiste follows. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. We're going to take a little 10-minute break and be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back for the start of the second half. What a first half. Both teams, I mean, these teams are so evenly matched. Orangeville, 4-point lead courtesy of a last-second shot from Matai Baptiste to hit that three. But David Simon, just outstanding in the first. He leads Royal Crown with 8 points, but he's got at least 3 blocks. He might have 4, so I think he had one earlier. And then Matai Baptiste with 14 for Orangeville. I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you joining me. Of course, hit me up on Twitter, at Mr. McKee. Let me know where you're listening from. Am I getting names wrong, or you just want to give a shout-out? I'll give you a shout-out on air. Or hit my Instagram, undrafted_FA. Was just chatting with my guy Josh from North Pole to half, one of their scouts. Always follow Josh on Instagram. Check him out. He's in every gym all across Ontario covering these kids. I haven't been able to do that as much because when you have a son that plays university sports himself, right? I go watch all my son's games all across Ontario. I'm driving from everywhere from Sault Ste. Marie to London to Waterloo, everywhere, U of T, York, all of it. So that has been my week. His season just ended, well, I guess it's been a month exactly. So I've had a little bit more time. I was up here on the weekend doing the grind session games. I was doing some Durham College volleyball the week before. And I mentioned I'll be up in Montreal this weekend for those NCAA games. Here we go. Ev Bagaru had a tough first half. He's trying to shake that. Hopefully he had a coffee at halftime. Maybe some meditation. Orangeville playing tight D. Williamson. Baseline jumper with the shot clock expiring. Jahari Williamson. He's tough, man. This guy's a player. Jalik out there. They got away from Jalik in that second quarter. He was big in the first half, and there he is over 2 guys. And Janai got some on his knee somewhere. Jahari spotted up for 3. Harding thought about it. Ev Bagaru, long 2. Michael Ev Bagaru finally off the schneid. I like that. He used the big man Harding, kind of has his screen. And then nice little jump shot. I didn't like the range he took it from, but it worked out for him. Tie ball game, tied at 39. Janai. Dakovicic. Matzel for 3, looks good. Short though. Ev Bagaru trying to slow things down. Ev Bagaru over everyone, it rolled in and out of the rim, didn't drop for him. That's the kind of night Michael's having. Jalik. And Jalik kind of slipped, but he got away with it. And it looks like Harding fouled him. Hunter's like, what did I do, man?
Foul number 22, Hunter Harding. Jaden Dunkley, distant shooting 2.
So yeah, son Hunter took a visit down to Cal State Fullerton a couple weeks ago. What was that, the Big West? Man, hey, any kid from the Toronto area, you get to go live in California for a couple years. I mean, I don't know why you haven't said yes already. His brother Marcus plays at Central Michigan, so maybe looking to team with Big Bro, perhaps. Playing the MAC. To be honest, I think the MAC's better basketball than the Big West, and Harding another foul, so Hunter's going to get a spot on the bench. 2 quick fouls. That one a little bit more obvious. And who's at the line? Is it Jalik? Yeah, there goes Hunter to the bench. Looks like Austin Good coming back in. It was a strange walk from Austin coming out. You know that washroom when you really got to go to the washroom and you kind of walking awkwardly? That's the kind of walk Austin had going on. Jalik already fielding offers from Syracuse, Pitt, Rhode Island. And he's getting into it there with David Simon. Simon, I mean, he's thin, just looking. The string bean, but the dude's some player. Evbagaru over top of everyone. So Michael Evbagaru waking up in the second half, puts Royal Crown back out in front by 1. I'd be surprised if this isn't a last possession game. Jalik, see, I didn't like that from Jalik. You can tell they set up a play for him to kind of give him space, and he lost the handle on it, and it's like, okay, let's regroup now. You don't have to stick to the play. It wasn't there, so let's go to plan B. There's Jalik, and looks like he's going to be a little hand check foul on Coat Thomas. Yeah. So Coat, he picked up a couple quick fouls in the first quarter, which landed him a spot on the bench. And another quick foul. So, look, I love Coat. This dude, I mean, this guy's going to play college basketball somewhere in the United States. He's got to be a little bit smarter in his fouls, using his fouls. Because all 3 of his fouls kind of pointless. Especially in a game like this. Matai really coming into form. Jalik for 3. Bingo! Jalik Dunkley distance. From behind the arc this time. Well, what's going on there? How there's no fouls called. And Jahari throws it over to Evbagaru, lost a handle on it, and here comes the alley-oop. Dukovacic, and denied! Coat Thomas, and that's 4 on Coat. That's huge. So Coat is going to have to go sit on the bench. See, that's a good foul from Coat. So we may not see Coat for a while now. That's big. Devontae Hackett comes in to replace. Well, hey, I mean, Royal Crown's got some, both these teams got some pretty deep benches. We've yet to see Orangeville's big guy, Ebenezer Ogo. Their 6'11" guy who's been playing some good basketball. He was outstanding in that game against Minnesota Prep in the grind session on the weekend, and Dukovacic hitting free throws. Tizington, no, sorry, it was Elijah, looking like he was getting Elijah Djordjevic coming back in. Well, Janai will go to the bench. Ollie back in. Just love the energy being in this gym on nights like this. Nowhere I'd rather be. Jahari. Ooh, and Jahari's fouled. I didn't like that. You know, Jahari was too hell-bent on, I'm taking this myself. But he gets himself to the line. A little lucky. You know, you talk about Jahari going to Valparaiso next year down in Indiana, and, you know, Valpo, you go back to the late 90s, early 2000s, they were always that darling of the March Madness, you know, that Cinderella team. I think they got to a Sweet 16 one year, but just hitting buzzer beaters, and you wonder, I mean, Jahari probably, I mean, not even born late 90s, and then you wonder how familiar with some of the history of the program some of these kids are. I remember talking to Tyrese Maxey now with the Philadelphia 76ers before he committed to Kentucky, and he had very little idea as Engen misses that. He had very little idea of the real history of Kentucky. I said, what do you think about Kentucky's history? He said, well, I like John Wall. That was as far back as he went. Corner, Austin Good, swish. Austin Good is good from 3. Puts Royal Crown back out in front by 1. Turnover. Nope. Just, it looks like Evagaro got a touch on it. So stick around after the game. I'm going to try and get an interview with the player of the game on camera. I usually do it for myself. I want to get some of these Royal Crown guys on camera because I, get the Orangeville kids all the time. I'm going to try and get some of the other guys. David Simon for sure. Hunter Harding as well. So Austin Good hit that 3. He's one of the BioSteel Futures players. Called his game back in March. Hopefully get the chance to do that again this year. Always love doing the BioSteel Futures. So much fun. And then I do the dunk competition. I posted some of the clips. Toby Fournier, the Crestwood girl who, tied for the lead in the dunk competition. People keep watching that video every day. You can see it's like 100 new views in my YouTube. And there's a foul by Matzel. We also had Mumbaro Mara jumping over a couple 7-foot dudes in that dunk competition. Had my guy Emmanuel Miller joining me in the commentating booth. Leonard's older brother, E-Man, playing down at TCU. It's a good basketball team, TCU. Ev Bagaru lost the handle on it. Baptiste comes away with it. And here comes Orangeville. Spin move, Jalik. And then he's fouled by Hackett. That was, whoop. You could just hear people in the stands go, whoop. That's a good foul because Jalik was about to posterize 3 guys in navy blue. Good gets called. Tied at 46. Jalik, just a walking highlight reel. Hitting free throws, hits them both. 2-point lead for the hometown Bears. Ev Bagaru, long 3. Oh, Michael Ev Bagaru has woken up in the second half. Here comes Matai. Good extra pass, Engen for 3. And Hackett came away with it. Simon. Oh, and good hustle back from Jalik to disrupt that, but David Simon just out-muscles everyone. He's been too good tonight. Matzel trying to post up over Good. Goes around him. And denied by, and then again Hackett. First it was Simon. And then it was Hackett, 2 blocks back-to-back for Royal Crown. Look, a word of advice if you're an Orangeville player, you might want not to change your mind about attacking David Simon under the basket. It's not working out well. That's, 5 blocks I think he's got tonight already? We want to pull up. Little jump shot, hit the 3. Stop attacking number 1. It ain't working. So it looks like there were something to do with the shot clock they were adjusting. Jalik for 3, wide open, too much. Rebound Ev Bagaru. Knocked out of bounds. Should be Royal Crown ball. And now Ev Bagaru will shoot a couple free throws. One thing is I love that Ev Bagaru does, he can back down just about anyone. It's almost like if you spread the floor and just allow him one-on-one on the defender, he won't blow by you. He'll just turn his back to you and kind of like old school. He's a guard who's got post player moves. Nifty player. I'll shout my guy Drew from On Point over at Royal Crown about Michael. He loves him as well. The Djordjevic attack switches to his left hand. Elijah Djordjevic will spark off the bench for Elijah. Ev Bagaru the other way. And Lucas couldn't get a handle on it. He wasn't ready for it. So Oliver Lucas was impressive off the bench in the second quarter. And now with Coat Thomas sitting there with 4 fouls, Lucas may get some more minutes. Jalik, Dukovicic, spin move, and then denied from behind, Hackett. Man, I like this guy Hackett as well. It's my first look at him that I remember. Might have called the game when he was a lot younger. He wasn't this good then if I did. Well, this guy's a player. He's so quick. And he's a guard that wants to play defense. Dukovicic from Montreal. Older brother Sean over at Fort Erie. Mentioned he joined Orangeville mid-season last year. Oh, about a year, about this time last year. Maybe a little, maybe after Christmas, I don't know. Well, yeah, about a full 12 months with the team coming up. Misses, but Matai bails him out. Long two, didn't like the shot. Not needed. Justice Hazley, and that's got to be an over back. Stolen by Dukovicic, and then makes him pay. So there's that youngster mistake from Justice Hazley. He should have picked that ball up and got the whistle, and then allowed his team to come back and regroup. That's the youngster. Bit of a mental error there. You don't let them pick up the ball and then score. If you're Kevin, hey, why not? Never looked a gift horse in the mouth, right? In the mouth, excuse me. I don't understand that expression. I love horses. I don't know what's a gift horse. Williamson to good. Euro, and then denied. That's the Djordjevic playing good defense. Now he's got the ball. Lovely step back from Baptiste. That's absolutely delicious. Matai Baptiste. How do you defend that? Ev Bagaru the other way. And one, Michael Ev Bagaru. That'll silence the crowd. David Simon back on the floor, number 1. As Ev Bagaru try and convert the 3. Kovacic to Chase. Justin attacks. And he was hammered. How's that not a foul? Lucas got an arm across his throat. Well, Jalik back into the game. Kovacic attacks and gets the roll. Kevin Kovacic, 57-54. Paisley trying to go coast to coast. And David Simon taps that in. Jalik over top. And Simon with the rebound. Long three, Evbagaru. Well, somebody woke him up from his slumber, and Evbagaru was on fire in the second half. He's too good to have that kind of game. So if you're Evbagaru, you might want to burn the tape of the first half and then send the tape of the second half to whoever needs to see it. So Jalik will shoot 2. So shout out to the Orangeville Prep Provincial team. Big 3-point win over Bill Crothers in the first game here tonight. Griffin Collinson with the winning bucket, but Owen Kenny was lights out. I don't know how many threes he had, probably 6, 7. He was just unbelievable in the second half. Jaden Zhao, great first half. It was a really impressive team win for Orangeville, the provincial squad. Great to see them turning the corner a bit. Jahari, Jalik like tugged at his shirt, got away with one. Simon and David Simon and one. They don't have an answer for him. And now Simon. I don't think Royal Crowns had more than a 3 or 4 point lead in this game. Orangeville the same. It's been back and forth. And a travel. Good call, he was. Yeah, Kevin's pivot foot was sliding around a little bit. He was looking for the pass. I'll agree with that. I had a good look at it. Uh-oh, and then Royal Crown almost just gave it right back to them. Jahari's got some handle, man. He can really handle that ball. It's just effortless for him. Look at that. Blows by, and then everything but the finish. Here comes Orangeville. Wide open, take a chase. Oh! On a poster! Over top of David Simon! Justin Chase! Oh! And then a hand check foul. Oh my God. I can't swear on air, but I want to. Oh my God. Oh, they got to calm the gym down. They got to calm me down. See, that's Justin Chase. That's what he can bring to the game. That's different level kind of stuff, right? Look. Incredible. Over top of, so David Simon has just been owning Orangeville all night, and then Justin Chase just posterized them. Man, that took some guts to attack Simon over top of him. And now here's Chase feeling it again. Jalik for three, too much. And Chase fighting for it. Matai from the free throw line. Matai Baptiste. So 8 seconds left. Royal Crown will hold for the last shot of the quarter. Williamson. And it's going to be, and I like Jalik and David Simon getting into it. Jalik in Simon's face. I love it. Don't bring the Hamilton out of Jalik. I love it. I want to see more of that from Jalik. Now the temperature in this gym, heating up, man. So Tony McIntyre is amped. As I've seen, I don't know what call he's looking for. You know, I'm looking at different things. But he's pretty unhappy. And Simon hitting free throws. 3.8. Simon hits them both. I'm still thinking about that dunk. That's it. So Orangeville's got 3.8 to drop a play. Try and get something here before the end of the quarter. Here goes Jalik. 1 second left, put it up. And at the buzzer! Jalik Dunkley distance! And then he gets in the face of Austin Good after. We got a 2-point game. And the energy in this gym, electric. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me here at the Athlete Institute. Don't forget to click subscribe on YouTube. Stay up to date on all things Orangeville Prep. You don't want to miss any more games like this. Also follow Orangeville on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, wherever. Hit me up on socials at Mr. McKee. Check out my website, undraftedfreeagent.com. And, of course, my Instagram, undrafted_FA. I've said this 100 times on air. Aside from, doing the Raptors games, which probably pays a hell of a lot better, there is no other gym I'd rather call games anywhere in this country than right here. I've called them in, 50, 60 other gyms. And it's nothing like being up here on a night like this. This level of competition, this intensity. It's the talent on the floor. I mean, there's easily, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys you're going to be watching playing NCAA basketball next year. And there's 1 or 2 you might see in the NBA. Oh, wow. And as crazy as all those dunks were, Royal Crown still up by 2. So while the momentum and the energy in the gym is shifted towards Orangeville, if you're Royal Crown, you're still in the lead. So they can scream and holler all they want. They're still up by 2. Here we go. Hopefully you hit the washroom during that quarter break. Got the popcorn ready. Cracked another drink maybe. Poured another glass of wine. Let's go. Jalik. The Kovacic attacks. And wisely goes for the floater over Simon. Didn't drop for him. Simon gets the rebound. Hazley. Ev Bagaru, who has been on fire in the second half, finally cools off. Hazley reverses course underneath, doesn't go. Baptiste comes away with it. Engen, extra pass, and he stepped out of bounds. No, a foul. Sorry. Wow. Alas? Who did they say on? 9. That was on Austin Good. So I mentioned Coat Thomas with 4 fouls for Royal Crown. Hasn't been much of a factor. And he's one of their best players, one of the best players in the country. Dukovicic underneath. Tizington out there. Remy already hit a 3 in the first half, near the end. Oh. Chase, fadeaway jump shot. Oh, in and out, unlucky. Simon scoops it up. I'm okay with that shot from Justin. That's his range, that's his money shot. Ev Bagaru, kick out. Hackett. And Simon over everyone. And Simon's fouled by Baptiste. Baptiste is like, I'm standing here with my hands up. What are you talking about? Well, Simon. Guy of his size, gotta be a good free throw shooter, and is. So Matai, after picking up that foul, will get a quick breather. Djordjevic back in. He's come in for sort of minute and a half stretches, plays really intense D, and then goes back on the bench. Tizington. Remy to Elijah. Don't attack Simon. Hazley comes away with it. Simon, two-handed dunk. Well, a little response from David Simon down the other end after him getting postered by Chase, but Simon still dominant all evening. I don't like this lineup out on the floor for Orangeville right now. And Ev Bagaru mugged by Tizington. Good foul. Don't let him shoot. And looks like Tony wants a timeout to talk about it. So Royal Crown with 6-point lead. I'm pretty sure that's their largest lead of the game. So David Simon, what a player. I saw him, I said, when I went up to Royal, I didn't know who he was. He's on a roster in front of me. We got some Aesop Ferg in the background. It's a big tune back in 2017 and 18. I used to do the commentating for Queens Volleyball, which is 2 hours from my house, and this song would be on the Sirius XM like 6 times back and forth on the drive. Still hits though. One of my favorite lines ever in this song, but I can't repeat it on air, so. The PG version of it is, I'll date your girl for the irony, so. That's the PG version. I had some of the moms in front of me. They know the words to the songs, and it's funny because you got to think how many gyms these ladies have been in over the past couple of years watching their sons play, so I'm sure they get familiar with some of the tunes. Ev Bagaru in and out. So the gym woke up with that chase dunk, and then Simon just silenced them with his own two-hander. And Ev Bagaru hits 1 of 2. And I believe this is the largest lead of the night. Orangeville needs a response here. You don't want to get this to double digits and then start chasing a team like Royal Crown. Kovacic, great handle. Elijah had a wide open look, didn't want it. Chase will take it. Justin Chase from 3 this time. What a night he's having. Ev Bagaru, and it drops for him. There goes Chase again, and clever. So Chase was kind of, he wasn't going anywhere because the pass led him too far, but he jumped and drew the contact, and he'll get himself to the line. That's a very heady play from Justin. So Justin, a former OSBA track champion. He's an incredibly gifted athlete. You know, the thing with Justin is this, the version we're seeing of him tonight, that's the real Justin Chase. That's the one we got to see kind of week to week. Sometimes not every other week, you know. 5-point ball game, Royal Crown the visitors lead. Ev Bagaru directing traffic inside to Simon. And Simon, what's going on out there? There's bodies everywhere and no whistles. How that wasn't a charge on Simon, because he put his shoulder into Orangeville, just ran over him. And now we got a timeout here for Royal Crown. So Mike DeGiorgio wants to talk to his guys. I believe Mike was the OSBA Coach of the Year. Was it last year or the year before? Was it last year? There's that tune back again. Home to Allah. I talked about this in the first game. When my son Alex texted me this week, he's the goalie for his university team at Algoma up in the Sioux, and he texted me this week to tell me he's made the curling team. So he's now a 2. I said first there was Bo Jackson, then there was Deion Sanders, and now there's Alex McKee-Burt, 2-sport university athlete, is doing some curling. Which, because first of all, him and I have never watched curling together. He was born in Toronto East General, grew up in Scarborough and Pickering. So curling's not really a part of our culture. But alas, what it was they were missing a couple guys for the team, and they asked some of the other athletes if they'd be interested in giving it a go, and he made the team. Their head coach is the former Canadian Olympic team coach. He's won gold medals, and so if there's anyone that's going to teach him how to curl, it's him. I said, "You're just the guy that brushes, right?" He says, No, we all get a turn shooting the rock. So hey, so just 4 seconds left on the shot clock. So you got to think maybe some sort of alley-oop to David Simon, or a quick corner 3 for Ev Bagaru. Well, Jahari's wide open. Put it up. And the shot clock was really slow going. It started about 2 seconds after. Alas, he missed anyways. Matzel and Dawson is fouled. So the air and temperature kind of deflated a little bit in the past 5 minutes here after, just an insane energy in the gym after those big dunks from Chase and Simon. And And now Dawson from Hamilton, the transfer, played at Lincoln Prep last year. First year with Orangeville. You know, I like Dawson's game. This guy, he's a good student as well. I could see Dawson, you know, one of those kind of Colgate, Bucknell, one of those teams that shoots 100 threes a night, and they live and die by it, and I think he'd be a good piece on one of those teams. Colgate, that's a good team. And trust me, I watched a lot of them over the past couple of years. A little floater over top, Michael Bagaru. They had a kid named Jordan Burns that was there for a while. He was playing pro somewhere in Europe now. If he was 3 inches taller, he would have been a lottery pick. Matzel, no good. Ball bouncing around. Here comes Royal Crown. Hackett, lightning quick. Opts to reset. Hackett inside to Simon, and it doesn't go for him. Swatted away by Chase. And Dukovic a little too cute with it there, and he got away with one. Hackett, I'm kind of with Devontae on that one. I don't know about that foul. 5:49 to go. Royal Crown by 6. Here comes Baptiste. Back in. So Kevin at the line. Kevin, electric quick. Can shoot 3. Great ball distributor. Gets his teammates involved. Misses. Free throws key in a game like this, especially heading down to the last 5 minutes here. Hazley for Bagaru. Michael attacks. No good. And then Coat back out there. Jahari in and out. Bagaru with the follow. Michael Bagaru. Nobody on Orangeville boxing out. And a charge. Yep. So this one in danger. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on? I literally turned my head to see if Tony was going to call a timeout, and then a scuffle ensues. I didn't see what happened. We haven't seen a good fight up here in a while. I've talked about it a bunch of times. Senior night, you can go see it in the Anyone's Game TV show on CBC with the brawl with Shamar Rattan Mays and Jefferson Koulibaly on Lincoln. Suspensions were handed out. It was like literally punches thrown. I miss that team. Great season. You know, Moncrief, Filowich, who's down at Wofford now, started at Southern Illinois, transferred to Wofford this year. Moncrief over at Georgia after a couple seasons at Oklahoma State.
Offensive foul to Orangeville, number 0, Jaleel Domingue Distant. Technical foul to number 0, Jaleel Domingue Distant. And a technical foul to number 1, David Simon.
So Simon and Jalik. So they were getting into it earlier. That's what it is. Jalik was getting in Simon's face earlier, so they've been going at it, excuse me, all night. Choking. So Janai, hey, if a game's going to be with that temperature, let's get Janai out there. 8-point lead, largest of the game for Royal Crown. Hazley, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Simon, it looks like. That's huge. So Simon over top of Janai. I don't know how many Simon has. Let's hopefully Rob, the announcer, lets us know.
Foul to black, number 1, team Simon. Number 10, Chennai, don't lead, distance shooting 2.
Oh, Janai shooting a couple. So looking forward to watching this one tonight in my garage till about 2 o'clock in the morning. That's what I do. I go home. Well, tonight I'm going to make a bite to eat, sit in the garage, have a beer, and rewatch the game. Even when it's minus 10 out, I stand out in my garage. I like being outside. Janai hitting free throws. And Jahari got away with it. Oh, no, they didn't. Big steal. And it's a charge. It's got to be. Is that? What's the call? It looked like a charge to me, I'll be honest. The refs haven't called it yet. Is it a block or a charge? Make the call, for God's sakes. They're calling a charge, yep. Now Tony's gone ballistic. Look, I'm with you. I'm with Tony on this because, look, I do believe it was a charge. But how do you sit there for close to 30 seconds without making a call? And Tony's fixing to get ejected here. You know, he's just standing there. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Tony, you don't want to go. Yeah. Well, Tony is going to have himself an early shower. That's the first time I can recall Tony being ejected in the five years or so I've been up here. Remember, Charles Hantamakis got ejected a couple of times when he was the Athlete Institute coach, now down at Fort Erie. Well, the chants of refuse suck have taken over. It's not me saying it, I'm just telling you what the crowd's saying. Like I said, I'm okay with the foul call because I do believe Matai, if you see it, he leaned into the defender, which is a charge. But to sit there for almost a minute without making a call is garbage. As Williamson shoots free throws. Eight-point lead, and now it'll be Royal Crown ball down the other end. Well, hey, the refs succeeded in waking up the crowd. Remember when I told you there's no other gym I'd rather be in than here? Oh, and Koat Thomas is just hammered by Janai, and I'm okay with it. That's what this game is calling for. I'll say, in a game, if you're going to foul, use it wisely. But now if you're Orangeville, this one's, you don't want to get away. Lots of basketball left, 4:55 to go. But with Koat Thomas at the free throw line, but you don't want this getting to double digits. And now, especially your head coach, having an early shower. Also, Orangeville 3-3 in OSBA play. Royal Crown 4-0. I don't think Orangeville's ever been under 500 in OSBA play that I'm aware of. Thomas misses the first. Well, I think these young men are all getting a taste of what it's going to be like to go play in some of those hostile road environments at the next level. Thomas misses them both. Simon gets it back, gives it to Chase. Here comes Orangeville. And denied! Coat Thomas, and that's 5 on Coat. He's going to foul out. I don't know, then. Look, I'm the Orangeville broadcaster. He looked like he got all ball there. Coat can't believe it. It is. That's going to be 5 for Coat. And his night is done. We got Hunter Harding, who's been buried on the bench. That's how deep Royal Crown is. A guy that's got a Division I offer has been buried on the bench for about most of the second half. But with the way David Simon was playing, there was almost no need for Hunter out there. So Ollie will shoot 2 now. Huge free throws. Lots of basketball left, but as long as the crowd doesn't start chanting, "Chris, you suck," the announcer, that's like, I don't know if my ego could take that. So the ref's trying to get all the kids off the baseline, which is garbage. As long as they're not on the floor, there's no rule anywhere. I mean, you go to an NBA game, there's courtside seats under there. You go to a college game, they're underneath there. As long as they're not on the hardwood, there's no rule anywhere about fans or anyone being underneath the basket. Again, this is the ref trying to interject himself into something that they got no business doing. You don't get to tell people where they stand in the gym unless they're on the floor. That's it. So some of the younger Orangeville guys from the provincial team and then the junior team have been pushed around the court side. So shout out to, it looks like Jesse Tipping's over there orchestrating it. I saw him telling the kids, go stand there. Okay, what's going on here? There's way too much going, like we're standing here for way too long. Are we playing basketball or what? The refs have lost the game. It's nonsense. And now they're trying to use ego to tell kids, high school kids, where they can stand in a gym. Your job is to control what happens on the court, not in the stands, unless someone's, saying something harmful, or off color. It's none of your business what they do. Fans are allowed to cheer and make noise. Well, back to it. Let's go. Well, hey, either way, folks, we got to finish ahead. Engen hits them both. Lead back to 6. Let's listen to that crowd. Harding to Simon. Jahari, corner and blocked. Jalik blocks it. Harding gets it back and attacks and finishes. Hunter Harding with 1 second left on the shot clock. Big time. And Jalik slips and threw it away. He got lucky. Kovacic to Engen. Jalik for three. Short. Chase gets it back. Matzel thought about it. And then he's hammered by Harding. And Harding stood his, but I think he got kind of part of his arm in Dawson's face. And now how many's that for Hunter? That's 4, I think, on Hunter, it said. All right, so he's got 1 to spare. Coat Thomas done for the night for Royal Crown. He's got 5. Talked about that earlier in the game. You know, in a game like this, you can't have those cheap fouls early, because that's the guy that needs this game film. You know, these tight games. I know he's got interest, but he hasn't signed anywhere yet, as far as I know. So you want to be out there with 4 minutes left in a tough road environment. These are the kind of games coaches are looking at. They don't want to see your highlights when you're rolling over some cupcake by 40. Matzel. Matzel really takes his time at that free throw line, gets 1 of 2. Williamson. I'd like to see Orangeville press a bit. They had success, you know, on the road against Royal Crown pressing. They didn't know what to do. Don't foul, don't foul. Hazley. Not there. Ball hit the rim. Simon, last second. Again, 1 second left on the shot clock. David Simon, 9-point lead. Here comes Chase. Engen for 3. And the follow! Out of nowhere, Justin Chase. And Simon lost a handle on it. Yep, he's saying a touch, he did it, no touch. Huge turnover. Justin Chase is out of this world tonight. You know, here's a guy coming off the bench. So who is it? Rayshawn taking the lead now as far as the head coach. I can't say, I'm blind. I got Coach, well, Coach O's also walking the sideline. Kovacic weaves through everyone and denied David Simon. And they're going to call it goaltending. Wow. Wow. David Simon gives a thumbs up like, sure, buddy. Hey, Simon, man, I feel for you, bro. I don't know about that one. Alas, the goaltending is called, and it'll be 2 for Orangeville. Corner, Hackett, air ball, and here comes Orangeville. Jalik, it's off the basket, off the glass. Jalik Dunkley distant. Hey, it could have been a block, could have been a charge. Ref finally letting him play, and the lead was once at 9. It's now down to 3. Stolen. Matzel steals it. Jalik thought about it. Matzel. And Matzel lost a handle on it. And now Engen gets it back. Kovacic, a little floater. David Simon rips it away. And now there's a brawl going at him, and Matzel are going at it. And Simon's hurt. Simon up okay. Well, hey, David Simon's going to need the cold tub and the hot tub after this one, man. He's been getting into it. And again, here's the ref slowing down. Don't know what calls to make. We'll sit here for another 5 minutes and let all the air out of the tires in the gym. just call offsetting technicals, let each team shoot some free throws, and let's get back to the basketball. So, yeah, it looks like a technical against Matzel, technical against Simon. Well, I don't think I've ever seen an atmosphere like this in this gym. Oh, so it's Devontae Hackett getting called with it. So there you go, offsetting. So Orangeville gets one shot, and then Royal Crown gets 2 shots in the ball. I don't know how that works, but. Well, Engen hits his one, the lead down to 2. So this one was close to getting away from Orangeville for a second. The lead was at 9. Neither team's had a double-digit lead in this game. And now David Simon, who's been really good from the free throw line tonight. Simon hits it. Hits them both. He's got ice in his veins. Again, the ref's focused on pushing the kids. He's so focused on the kids on the baseline instead of what's happening on the court. That's called letting ego get in your way. Trust me, I've been guilty of it way too many times in my career in the music business. Something I learned as you get older. You gotta learn to drop it sometimes. Still guilty of it. But the ref has allowed his ego to enter this game, and that's not good. Again, he's talking about the kids on the sideline. This is absolutely pathetic. There's a ref telling kids who are probably 7 or 8 years old to move. We've got some of the best players in the country in one of the best games we've seen this season, just having a real game, and this guy is out here focused on 8-year-old kids standing too close to the net. Brutal. Hackett, Simon, and off the glass, David Simon. No answer. 6-point lead, Royal Crown. Kovacic undresses, and oh my goodness, Kevin Kovacic just destroyed that defender. Four-point lead, Royal Crown, Williamson. Simon wide open, two-handed, and one, David Simon. Simon is, one man is single-handedly just silencing this crowd, and it's number one on Royal Crown. Matzel with the foul. So Orangeville had it to 2. And now here's Royal Crown with an opportunity to get it back to 7. Simon has been money from the free throw line all night. Just the sounds in here, crazy. And Simon converts money. This kid's unbelievable. What, hey, if you're an NCAA coach and you see the performance Simon's put on in a hostile environment, the Kovacic and one, are they going to count it? We don't know yet. We'll give them 30 minutes to decide it. No basket. But yeah, I talk about Simon. I mean, here's a guy that's coming in a hostile environment, with the crowd noise around him. He's had guys taking swings at him, jumping on top of him, and he's been unflappable and outstanding. It is going to be an M1. No, they didn't count it. Because it's 90-83. Yeah. Would have been 85. So Kovacic at the free throw line. Well, so Kevin's a 2024. Another year? Wow. Okay. Well, I hope so, because this dude's some player. I want to see more of him. Misses. Free throw's huge here. Huge free throw here. Can't get it. That could be it then. And now Orangeville's got to play the foul game. Simon, don't foul him. He's been money from the free throw line. Yeah. Offensive. Oy, I don't know. 7-point lead, 107 to go. Orangeville, no time to waste. And that hit off the foot of Good, so no over and back. And Engen just dropped it, and that's probably going to do it. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. They got a foul. Ev Bagaru, Austin Good, denied by Justin Chase. And here comes Orangeville. Jalik gets it. Now you got a foul. 5-point game. Foul him. They just fouled him. Why aren't we fouling? And it's a block call. Oh. Jalik looking for the charge, not there. I don't understand why they didn't foul back there. Well, if this is who you want at the line, the youngster Austin Good. So if there's anyone you want at the line, the way Simon's been shooting. So Coach O drawing up the play. With Tony Mack. Up in the rafters. He's in the private box watching now. That's got to be hard for a coach, sitting there watching it and you can't do much. So you got to get, Orangeville's got, I was going to say, they need their three-point shooters out there, so they got Tissington. Where's Matzel? Did he foul out? Maybe Matzel fouled out. Engen can shoot three. Kovacic can shoot three. And Djordjevic's out there. Like I said, he's only played in kind of 1-minute spurts, so I don't know if he can shoot three. Good. But then a huge rebound. He got a foul, and now Justice Hazley's fouled. You wonder if this is one of those games that Royal Crown doesn't even shower. They just warm up the bus. We're going right in the bus. Let's get out of here. Hazley, and these are just, the nail in the coffin. Looks like Royal Crown, barring a miracle, is going to get out of here with a win. Hazley hits them both. Get the ball up the floor. Stop messing around with it and shoot. This is, yeah. We don't need two now. And it's Simon denied. And he goes down hard over top of Chase. And Austin Good down the other end. And that'll do it. Royal Crown going to get out of here with a W, courtesy of an absolutely incredible performance by David Simon. Wow. So Mike DiGiorgio kind of emptying his bench. I don't think he wants any of his main guys getting into any nonsense. Moving ahead, he's got Ev Bagaru out. Simon hitting free throws. So 2 years in a row, Royal Crown's come up here and punch the three-time OSBA champs in the face. Yeah, they're going to walk out of here with a W. Royal Crown 97. Orangeville Prep 85. David Simon on an entirely different level. I'm supposed to wait for an interview. I don't know, based on the temperature of this game, if they're going to send somebody up. I'd really like to talk to David Simon, but I don't know if they're going to. We'll see. Well, Royal Crown ready to, good sports, ready for the handshake line. I'm okay with that. Hopefully no nonsense in the handshake line. Now they all look giving hugs to each other. We'll see. Hopefully they send somebody up. Well, you certainly got your money's worth out there at home watching this one. Unbelievable. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to send anyone up. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, so they're not going to send anyone after a game like that. I didn't expect it. So, hey, thanks for joining us here from the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. I'm Chris McKee. See you in a week or so.